Hi class, today we're going to finish up the gram stain by looking at the slides in the microscope. So I'm starting with slide number 1, and we're going to put it on directly on the 100x lens. So I put it, slide on there, I put a drop of oil on it, and then I'm going to raise this up into the oil until I see this flash of light right on the edge of the slide. Okay, see that flashlight? Okay, and then I can just fine focus it and find it from there. So when I fine focus it, I will just back it off, and there it is. Okay, so I'm going to move you guys in. This is your unknown 841Bs and Bravo. You can determine what you see. Just to give you a pointer, you're looking at the rod-shaped bacteria that are purple. This is number 12, Rhodococcus rhodocris. So they're cocci. They're in pairs a lot, some single ones, some small groups, but this is a gram-positive. This is Micrococcus roseus, number 11. It's also Sarcina shaped, so they stack in packets of 4 sometimes, and maybe even some packets of 8. Up a little off center, up to the right upper is the packet of 4 you can see clearly, and it's probably a packet of 8 stacked on each 4 on 4. So that is Micrococcus roseus, gram-positive cocci. This is number 10, Serratia marcescens. These are gram-positive rods of varying lengths. This is number 9, Aeromonas sobria, gram-positive rods, short rods. This is number 8, Sarcina aurantica. It is a Sarcina shape, so that means it's in packets of 8 cells, is the term for a Sarcina. You can see 4 to 8 cells. So the way it divides, it stacks them on each other. And so what we're looking for is this one in the middle. It looks like they're cocci, and they're in this stack shape, and so we see that as a gram-positive cocci. This is number 7, Micrococcus luteus. Look at the center of the screen. There's this kind of a lake with individual colonies. All over the other place there are lots and lots of bacteria, but you need to be able to see them individually again. And so these are cocci. They're spherical shaped. They're in short chains. They're in pairs, sometimes small clusters. And so this is characteristic of gram-positive Micrococcus luteus. This is number 6, Bacillus megaterion. Look how large those purple rods are. So they're way larger than any of the other ones we saw. And so they're long and fairly fat compared to the others. There is a lot of pink rods in there. This is due to the fact that it is an older culture. So when you do a gram stain, you really should be doing it from a fresh streak plate or fresh culture. And so because this is not fresh, these are cultures that were in the refrigerator, the cells don't stain as well. And so, but the fact that there are some purples in there, that usually signals me that there could be some issue with the staining, that we didn't have the full fresh culture. So this is should be a gram-positive, large rods, and it's Bacillus megaterion. So this is number 5, Enterobacter aerogenes. It looks to be short rods, skinny, and gram-negative, pink. This is number 4, Enterobacter cloacae, and these are tiny rods, thin, and they are going to be gram-negative. I had to go to an area that had fewer rods. There were so many bacteria in here that they were packed together pretty tightly. And so you have to be able to look at separate bacteria so you can get a sense for their shape and arrangement. This is number 3, Bacillus subtilis, and there are some pink and purple rods. The bulk of it is probably purple. And so the purple rods are the Bacillus subtilis gram-positive. This is number 2, Clostridium sporogenes. What I'm seeing is very few bacteria, and I don't even think that we're actually viewing a bacteria. The short rod in the center that's purple or bluish purple, it is most likely a spore, an endospore. The Clostridium bacteria genus is a spore forming, and it's an old culture. It's been sitting around in the refrigerator for a while, since the beginning of the quarter, and so it's probably a endospore that's been released in the what's called the vegetative cell is no longer there. So what we're seeing is this short type rod type endospore. So that could be it. It's hard to tell on this one. Okay, this is number 1, and you can see the short rods. They're single and they're pink, so they're gram-negative. And when I scan around, I see lots of pink rods. I do see these purple dots, though. Those look to be like a contaminant. They look pretty big compared to the rods. We've seen some of this in the stain, so it could be something in the stain, but we would need to restreak this plate and run it out on another stain. But since we know we're looking at E. coli, this is consistent with E. coli as small gram-negative rods.